A good drill to work on here, because you said you had a lot of trouble with scooping the golf ball. This is going to be a good aid for you to use. You can get these pretty cheap. So set up like you were to go chip, but the only difference we're going to do here, you're going to stick this in between your hands up down the shaft. So this makes sure your hands are always in front of the club face, and basically, yeah, you can have it with square face. So first I want you to take a couple practice swings with it so you can get a feel for it. And now you see how you hit yourself? So what you need to do is just turn your body. You don't need to release your hands at all, because when you release your hands, that's when you're gonna end up getting scoopy, you're gonna hit it thin. So take a couple practice swings. Just really feel it, yep. And now go ahead and step in when you feel like you've got that down. Perfect. Now you can see that you made much better contact. And so when we're working on bunker play, I told you guys that the main goal is just to get the ball out of the bunker. We don't want to leave it in there. This causes too many problems. So the best surefire way to ensure good contact is hitting behind the ball about 1 inch to 2 inches behind the ball. And this is going to ensure that the ball at least pops out. It may not be the greatest shot in the world, but we're out and we're putting. So ideally what we're going to do here is you draw a line in the sand here, about 1 inch, 1.5 inches behind the ball. And what you're trying to do is just have the club enter the sand at the line. Don't worry about hitting the golf ball. It'll pop out on its own, because the golf club actually doesn't touch the ball through the sand. The sand is what brings the ball out. So this is a drill we're going to work on together. So why don't you go ahead and demonstrate here for these guys. Perfect, and it popped it out every time. So let's all work on this together. Go ahead. All right, guys. So this is a good putting drill. David Kells, Phil Mickelson's teacher, kind of introduced us to him. Bill used to say that he was such a good putter that he didn't really want to practice on it. So Kells gave this 3-foot circle drill. This is kind of where you're going to make a lot of par putts. You don't want to miss these drillers. You should be making these ones, right? So the idea of the drill is set up 5-6 golf balls about 3 feet from the hole, 4 feet around the whole circle here. And the idea is to make them all in consecutive. So if you make the first one, you move on to the second one, third one, fourth one, and fifth one, and so on. If you miss, you got to reset them up and start all over again. So hopefully it looks a little bit. So I made the first one. I get to move on to the second one here. Take a look at it, read, maybe take a couple practice strokes. Set up again. So I made the second one. I get to move on to the third one. That one hit the hole, but so that's the idea. And if I miss that one, then I guess I gotta pull them out and do it all over again. So this is a really good drill to help you with 3-footers. So why don't we all set a ball up around a hole over here and we'll practice this a little bit.